Jake Fletcher was an ordinary young man, born and raised in a small town. His life changed the day he discovered an old, dusty map hidden in his grandfather's attic. The map showed a secret route leading to a mysterious island. Jake's grandfather had once spoken of a legendary treasure hidden somewhere far away. This treasure, he believed, could turn anyone into a billionaire. Determined to change his life, Jake packed his bags and set out on the adventure. He had nothing but a backpack, a few dollars, and an unbreakable will to succeed. His first stop was a small village near the mountains. There, Jake met an old woman who seemed to recognize the map. She warned him that many had tried to find the treasure but failed. Only the brave and wise succeed, she whispered. Jake thanked her and continued his journey, now more motivated than ever. He trekked through dense forests, climbed steep hills, and crossed wild rivers. Each step brought him closer to his goal but also tested his determination. Along the way, he met fellow travelers, some who helped, others who tried to deceive him. One night, he found himself lost in a dense jungle. The air was thick with humidity, and strange noises echoed around him. Fear began to creep in, but Jake remembered his purpose. He set up camp, determined to rest and find the way out by morning. As he lay beneath the stars, he thought of his dreams of becoming a billionaire. Jake realized that this journey was teaching him lessons money couldn't buy. The next morning, Jake stumbled upon a hidden cave, just as the map had indicated. His heart raced as he stepped inside, his flashlight cutting through the darkness. Deep within the cave, he found ancient carvings that told the story of the treasure. The treasure wasn't gold or jewels, it was knowledge, wisdom, and vision. It was a realization that true wealth was built through ideas, connections, and persistence. Jake felt both disappointment and excitement at this revelation. He had hoped for riches, but found something much more valuable. With the newfound understanding, Jake knew he had to go back and build his empire. He returned to the mainland and decided to start his own business. Drawing inspiration from his journey, Jake launched a travel company. He wanted others to experience the world the way he had through adventure and self-discovery. His company quickly gained traction, offering unique, immersive travel experiences. As more and more people sought to escape the mundane, his business flourished. Within a few years, Jake's company had expanded across the globe. He reinvested his profits wisely, always focusing on long-term success. Instead of chasing quick wins, Jake built relationships with investors, partners, and customers. He realized that trust and loyalty were the true keys to building wealth. Jake faced many challenges along the way, from economic downturns to fierce competitors. But each time, he remembered the lessons he had learned on his journey. He adapted, evolved, and continued to grow his business. Soon, Jake became a well-known name in the travel industry. People admired not only his success but also his integrity and passion. His company became a symbol of adventure and luxury, attracting high-profile clients. Celebrities, athletes, and even royalty sought out Jake's exclusive travel packages. As his wealth grew, Jake never forgot where he came from. He invested in education programs, helping young entrepreneurs from small towns like his. Jake believed that anyone, no matter their background, could achieve greatness with the right mindset. He continued to explore the world, seeking new opportunities and inspiration. On one of his travels, Jake visited a remote village in Africa. There, he met a group of children who had never seen the ocean. He sponsored a trip for them, flying them to the coast for their first beach experience. The joy on their faces reminded Jake of why he had started his business. It wasn't just about the money, it was about making a difference in people's lives. As Jake's wealth continued to grow, so did his desire to give back. He founded a charity focused on bringing education and adventure to underprivileged kids. His foundation built schools, funded scholarships, and organized global expeditions for youth. Despite his immense wealth, Jake remained humble and grounded. He lived a life of balance, enjoying the fruits of his labor but never forgetting his roots. Jake's story began to inspire others, and soon he was invited to speak at conferences worldwide. Entrepreneurs, students, and dreamers came to hear his wisdom and learn from his experiences. His message was simple: wealth isn't just about money, it's about vision, perseverance, and impact. Jake never imagined he'd become a billionaire, but it happened because he followed his heart. He took risks, faced fears, and never gave up on his dreams. Along the way, he discovered that success was about more than financial gain. It was about living a life of purpose, passion, and generosity. Jake's empire grew to include hotels, resorts, and even an airline. His company was now a global leader in luxury travel, with branches in every major city. But despite all his accomplishments, Jake still found joy in the simple things. He loved meeting new people, exploring new places, and finding new challenges to conquer. His journey had taught him that life was a continuous adventure. One day, Jake returned to the island where it all began. Standing in the same spot where he had discovered the cave, he reflected on his incredible journey. He realized that the true treasure wasn't something you could hold in your hands. It was something you carried in your heart, an unshakable belief in your own potential. Jake smiled, knowing that his success wasn't measured by his bank account. It was measured by the lives he had touched, the experiences he had created, and the legacy he would leave behind. As he looked out over the horizon, Jake felt a deep sense of peace. He had become a billionaire, but more importantly, he had become the person he always wanted to be. His journey wasn't over. There were still more adventures to be had, more dreams to chase. But now, he approached life with a calm confidence, knowing that anything was possible. Jake boarded his private yacht and sailed into the sunset, ready for whatever came next. His story became a legend, inspiring countless others to follow their own dreams. The media often asked him, "What's the secret to becoming a billionaire?" Jake always gave the same answer: find your passion, never stop learning, and help others along the way. He knew that success was never just about one person, it was about lifting up others. Jake's company continued to thrive, even as new competitors entered the market. He stayed ahead by constantly innovating, always looking for the next big thing. But he never lost sight of what truly mattered: his purpose, his values, and his desire to make the world a better place. Years later, when Jake retired, he left his company in the hands of a new generation of leaders. He spent his days traveling the world, writing books, and mentoring young entrepreneurs. Even in retirement, Jake's passion for life never faded. He knew that wealth wasn't just about accumulating money, it was about living a rich, fulfilling life. And that was the greatest lesson he had learned on his journey to becoming a billionaire. As Jake sat on a beach one evening, watching the sun dip below the horizon, he felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. He had achieved more than he had ever dreamed, but the real reward was the person he had become. In the end, Jake's life wasn't about the treasure he had sought, but the journey he had taken. It was a journey filled with challenges, discoveries, and unforgettable moments. And through it all, Jake learned that the path to success was paved with passion, perseverance, and purpose. That, he knew, was the true secret to becoming a billionaire.